Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 22nd of January. So looking at euro dollar first, and well, we've come down to double bottom territory here on the dailies at the moment. Yesterday, complete reversal day there, shooting star. Looks like it's all set for continuation to the downside, maybe in the bigger picture of things. Short term, well, let's just bring in a MACD here. There's a bit of divergence across the lows here. There's also a pivot to be hit actually at 86.95. It's not even really got enough in there. Just a pure scalp there, maybe to the daily pivot. With the divergences, it makes it a little bit sticky in terms of these lows. Last time we saw the divergence, so yesterday morning. Day before yesterday even. Just looking at where we are here, it did start pushing up there, so we may see something goes beyond that daily pivot. Maybe worth looking out for the even push up, see if it pushes back towards the R1 with those divergences. So there is a possibility of something maybe more than a scalp. Looking at the pound, from a daily perspective here, tightening up in this range. It sort of it looks a couple of days ago like it may just run over to its S1, the monthly S1 there, but continue to really stay within range and getting lower highs, higher lows really. So tightening where it's sitting at the moment. You can see it on this 4 hourly, probably a bit clearer. There is a trend line across the lows there that would be the sort of sell potential from all other specs. I'm just looking here, 60-minute where it's all over its daily pivot at the moment. Maybe we see a reversal up back towards yesterday's highs here. Certainly got potential there back towards yesterday's high. So the R1 territory 130.87, maybe 130.80 would be a point there. Looking okay at the moment potentially, he says. It's not quite into 8 o'clock as I recalled, and sometimes things completely reverse as we see 8 o'clock come into play. So dollar yen, well, it seems that risk is back on a little bit here because the price is pushed back up a little bit there this morning through the Asian session, pitching back. It's consolidating where it is. Maybe it's the range wise, it's taken a long time to do much. Yesterday it did look like it's going to roll over some more, and maybe it will today. It's just consolidated lower high put in so far, possibly triggered further downside. Certainly a break of that daily pivot may see it roll over a little bit further. Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, well, Aussie dollar continued selling off yesterday. It does look weak. It's through its monthly S1 now, which may draw it back in, but it does look soft overall. Lower highs, lower lows all the way through here. They may get to a point where, I mean, it's not at the moment, certainly from a MACD point of view, of any divergences there. Daily pivot above where we're sitting at the moment, 63.40, sorry, 68.40ish, 39.40. There's a few pips, 53. There's not a lot back to that pivot, but again, it'll push through. But there's no real signal of divergence for me there, or anything which should suggest this is reversing. In fact, it may be worth waiting to see if it does get back towards those sort of levels, and if it does, look to see if there's the potential short on, because the shorts are giving it much more mileage than the longs at the moment. Finally, the Canadian dollar. I haven't mentioned news so far. This is the actually we do have a bit of data out in the UK, actually, the CPI industrial audit expectations, but not a real big mover by any sense of the imagination. But we do have some potential big movers for the Canadian dollar at 130. We've got inflation, CPI data coming out. That's followed at 3 o'clock with the Bank of Canada's monetary policy report and statement, and overnight rates. Overnight rates is expected to be left the same. They sort of went a bit more hawkish again last time, I think, or the time before last. And there's a press conference at 4:15. So all in all, there's plenty to go on for the Canadian dollar later, so I'll normally give it a miss most days, and probably give it a miss until later today as well. No exception there. Consolidating on the dailies here. Yesterday I was talking about whether it'd break up through that consolidation zone where it was pitched up and pulled back in at the moment. See how tight these weekly pivot is. It's so tight here in terms of range because of last week. It just such a tight old range. It's struggling. There's probably sell orders either side and buy orders the other side to or has been. Maybe this will get another leg up here and push on, but with the news coming out, it's probably best left. So that's pretty much it for me. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.